Okay, here we are at Darlington RA Athletic, the fifth to last game of the season, Stephen. Just want to summarise how we're feeling after last week. It's a nice 2-1 win at home to Durham.
Yeah, good. Obviously we've had two good wins, which should give the lads plenty of confidence going into today's game. So yeah, we've got a good squad again. Here in good time, decent trip over. So looking forward to the game.
Yeah, spot on. We came here last year. Got beat 3-1. It was towards the start of the season last year. How's things changed since then?
It was the COVID season, wasn't it? Where we stopped after 8 or 9 games and we came midweek, no changing rooms. We've got changing that stand behind us there, and
it's going to pan out to this.
We might have been better off in there today, looking at the state of what we've just got changing. But obviously, we've got a lot more games under our belt. Me and Mike, obviously. Running the team, I think the squad is stronger than it was then, but by no means it's going to be an easier task today. Coming to places like this is always difficult, and you could look at where we are in the table, you can look at where Darlington are in the table, and you could incorrectly assume that today was going to be an easy game. I know for a fact it won't be. It's a very difficult pitch, so that's going to be a leveler for sure. So but yeah, we have to be confident.
Yeah, positive thing is there's a few players coming back into the squad today. We've got Lewis White back, Joe Phillipson's back. Massive additions in terms of the positions that we need to fill for the time being. How is the squad morale and the atmosphere? Like, how are they going to get the game over the line here?
The morale's good, yeah, and I think, like you rightly say, we've got some lads that aren't available today, but that's countered by the fact that there's 2 or 3 that are coming back, and this time of the season, it's like there's 5 games to go, injuries. It's been a long season, and you get some people that naturally drift away, but I think it's been a credit to the lads in terms of the size of the squad that we have, and that the majority of them have really stuck at it. So it's great when you maybe not had somebody for a couple of weeks, and then they say, yeah, I can be available today, and it just really boosts the numbers. So there's certainly no excuses today based on who we've got or who we haven't got. We've got 16. I'm expecting that we get the job done.
Yeah, you've referred to these last run of games quite a few times as cup finals. The meaning that, like, obviously to have a cup final, you've got to go out and you've got to win. Especially with the trips that we've got to do. We've got 5 games if you include this one. 4 of them being away, only 1 at home, and that's slap bang in between 2 either side. How difficult is that going to be on the squad and like going away trying to pick up 3 points at the same time?
Yeah, I know we've talked about this before, and I do think the fixture scheduling has been tough on us this year, and that's through nobody's fault. I guess it's just the way that it's panned out. We had a lot of home games early on, and being left with a lot of away games on the run, which is even more difficult when you're having to do it at this time of the season, I think. But yeah, they are good finals because we're currently sat 6th in the table. This team for a long time, for many years, has been nowhere near out of the bottom 3. So we've got a lot to fight for, despite the fact obviously we know we can't win it. But every position that we can either jump above 6th or even just holding 6th will be a massive success for us. And that's why they are cup finals, because it's really important that we finish strong and that we finish as high up that table as we possibly can.
Yeah, and finally, we're going to have a quick trail back through history here, but it's been at least 25 years since a Windscale team's performed as well as this. I think you only need a few more points to better the side that 25 years ago were at this stage. So how does it feel to be in charge of this group of lads? You and Mike together. How was it for you? Like, how was the feeling?
Yeah, no, it's really good. Yeah, there's so much potential at Windscale, and I think for a long time, we've had good teams in the past. The youth setup was absolutely fantastic, and it's very much about the club. Obviously we're one team within the club, and it's really important that the first team does perform at the highest level that it can. So that's why finishing like this is really important, and we're both proud to be associated with Windscale. But there's a lot of club growth going on behind the scenes at the minute, that a lot of people see as we go into next season, and that's if not more important than what we're doing here today, because those you know, lads that are playing in the under-12s now, for example, they're going to be the future for this. And not just them, you know, the women's team, girls coming in, you know, the club playing the youth football. It's just all positive. Yeah, so very pleased to be part of it.
Spot on that good note, we should look for today.
Cheers, man.
Alright, join with gaffers Stephen Fawcett, Mike McDonald after the game. Mike, nice little 1-0 win. Talk about graphing out a result.
Well, it wasn't pretty. As I say, the surface wasn't great, but we showed loads of heart when we needed to. We hung on for periods of the game, and I think we felt like that's how it was going to be today, and I think we were proved right. It was always going to be a bit of a scrap. And to be fair to the lads, they never give up. They fought to the end, bodies on the line, penalty save from studs, excellent, some really good defensive performances, I felt. So yeah, it was just a bit of a scruffy win, but we'll take them, because sometimes they just don't go your way.
Yeah, Fawcett, in the words of Ryan Byrne, on a good old-fashioned streak.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean three wins. Yeah, obviously we can't get carried away, but 3 on the spin is very good, especially, you know, considering prior to that we're on a bit of a dip in form. And with 4 to go, you know, the challenge is, can we make it 7 on the spin by the end of the season? We've just got to keep ticking away, one game at a time. But like Mike said, I mean, it's really scruffy today. Very difficult pitch to play on. Just difficult facilities generally. But you know, all credit to the lads.
Yeah, as Fawcett's just said there, there's a chance to make it 7 on the spin before the end of the season, which could be absolutely fantastic. It quite emulate a run that we went on earlier on, and obviously it won't be as long. But what are we going to do in these last 4 games, Mike, to give us that?
As much as we say, you know, we've got the last 4 games, we can't look past the next one. It's a real tough ask. We're on the road again. Silksworth, who beat us wasn't that long ago, you know. Tough side, very good defensively. So it's one at a time, you know, and then we can turn around and talk about 7 and things like that at the end of the season. But let's not get carried away. We're in for a tough ask next week. Silksworth will provide us with that. So it's just about next week, and then we'll worry about the next one and next one at a time. Different circumstances, different surroundings, and we'll deal with that. Start on Tuesday, training.
Yeah, just to go back on what was said earlier, Stephen, about we're now we are very close in terms of points anyway on that team that where Windscale was 25 years ago. Like we spoke about it before, but how's that feel now, knowing that we're that bit closer? We could possibly make Windscale Wayside history.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, obviously, you know, we want to be. We've got to remember where we're at, where the team's been, and so right now being 6th in this league is absolutely fantastic. And it's, you know, it's got to be a stepping stone for more to come. Though, you know, you don't win any trophies for being 6th, and I'm not trying to take anything away from what the lads have achieved this year. It's absolutely fantastic, but it's not where me and him want to be. You know, we want to be higher than that. But as a starting point, it's absolutely fantastic. And like you say, when you look back at where the club's been over recent years, you know, last 6-7 years even, you know, it's a major improvement. So the lads deserve all the credit in the world. Yeah.
Yes, but on. Best luck for next week, gents.